going. Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going. Louder. Let me hear you. Come on, Alaska, you can be louder than that. Is everybody ready for the full contact jousting? Alaska State Fair! How's everybody doing tonight? Oh yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is our final joust! What do you say? Ladies and gentlemen, for the past 11 days, and here tonight, our 12th, these men have been competing in full contact jousting competitions all week long, vying for the title of the Alaska State Champion. Now tonight, one of these members of our group will be titled, of course, and dubbed the Alaska State Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Now, just with your voices, tell me, who here has actually seen our competition already? Not bad. Who hasn't seen our competition yet? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. Now, for those of you who have not seen our competition yet, I'll explain something first. You paid $10 to come in here, sit down, and watch 4 grown men get dressed up in their 150 pounds of armor, mount on top of their 2,000-pound war horses, lining up at each end of this field. They're going to have lances in their right hand. They're going to charge down full speed, all in the intent to beat the living snot out of each other for your entertainment. What do you say? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you're going to see one of the most violent sports in the world. Yes, and Alaska, what better a place to hold it, right? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, full contact jousting is recognized as one of the most violent sports because of that impact force. There is no other sport in the world where 2 men can hit each other with this much force. Ladies and gentlemen, you can take 2 of the biggest NFL players, put them together, have them run headlong at each other. That hit will pale in comparison to what these guys face every time they go down the list. I know a lot of you here in Alaska, of course you're up in the northern part, right next to Canada. I'm sure a lot of you play hockey. Well, some of the fastest and biggest hockey players colliding at center ice, that hit again pales in comparison to what these guys will face. So because of that, I'm going to need to hear how you guys will actually cheer for these champions. All right, let me hear you. Look, this isn't golf. Ladies and gentlemen, at that end of the arena, we have 4 men. We're about to risk life, limb, and future progeny. That's right, kids. If you don't know why that's funny, you can ask your parents when you go home. However, if you already do know why that's funny, shame on your parents. Yeah, you're proud of that, aren't you, sir? All right. But ladies and gentlemen, I need to hear a mighty Alaskan thunderous roar. Let me hear your voices! Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have 4 competitors entering into the field. And all 4 of these guys are from my TV show. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Shane Adams, captain of the Knights of Valor, the 2013 World Jousting Champion, and host of a little TV show on history called Full Metal Jousting. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see something that I told history that was almost impossible to duplicate. And it doesn't matter how many millions History or Pilgrim Films spent on trying to produce the show Full Metal Jousting, nothing can really capture the essence of the sport without watching it live. And tonight, Palmer, Alaska, Alaska State Fair, you're going to see it live! Now, Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our first competitor. This man from the red team on Full Metal Jousting, he was one of the smallest members on the TV show, but he hit like a ton of bricks, taking down some of the biggest guys on the program. Rope Myers, 6'2", 230 pounds, took him off his horse and eliminated him from competition, and he's a PRCA World Champion cowboy. Sure enough, the winner of the TV show, Josh Knowles, a beast of a man, 6'4", 265 pounds of raw steel and sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man took him to the ground as well. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, trading his surfboard in for a lance. How about a nice round of applause for the one they call the Wolfman, Josh Avery tonight is riding Duke, a Percheron Andalusian cross with a lot of fire. Now, Alaska, this is the Wolfman. Let me hear you howl. All right. Again, a nice round of applause for the team of Duke and Josh the Wolfman Avery. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have another competitor from the red team. Now, this man grew up in a little town of Tulsa, Oklahoma, as a little cowboy. That's right. Riding bulls at 3 years old, still in diapers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't hit 40 yet, but he's still wearing diapers. It's a tough bull riding career. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he traded in his lariat to come on the TV show and become that medieval cowboy. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Tulsa, Oklahoma, what do you say? Give it up for our medieval cowboy gone wild, Nathan Lawson! Yeah, Nathan Clausen tonight riding that Percheron right there by the name of Maximus. Maximus, one of our star horses here tonight. Can he carry Nathan Clausen to victory? It all depends. Nathan Clausen's right shoulder. Now, past 2 nights I've had him stripped. Unfortunately, I had to take him out of the competition because of massive bruising and swelling on his right shoulder, chest, all the way down to his bicep. If you pay him enough, I'm sure he'll take off your shirt and show you later on. Ladies and gentlemen, his replacement received a huge concussion last night after a double unhorsing, which eliminated that man out of the show. Where is that guy? Where? Right there. How about a nice round of applause for Zach Lovery? Now, Zach, for the past 2 days, have been taking Nathan's place, but with the concussion last night, we had to pull him from the show. But we're not too worried about him. He's Canadian and he has free health care. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, a nice round of applause for the team of Nathan Clausen and Maximus. Now, well, we've got 2 guys from the red team. What do you say we bring somebody out from the black team? All right? Ladies and gentlemen, on the TV show, this man, during training, received a devastating hit right to his thigh. And even though we had 14-gauge stainless steel leg armor, that amount of force and the pressure of that force caused his thigh to rupture. It was a cut, a split down his thigh from his groin all the way to his knee. He almost bled to death on the TV show. We got him to the hospital. They stitched him up, stapled him up, glued him, taped him, wrapped him up, and called it good. All of his competitors thought for sure he was out of the competition, but he proved everybody wrong. He took up that lance and made it all the way to the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Hotlanta, Georgia, one of the finalists from the TV show, Matt to the Hilt, Hiltman! Matt Hiltman tonight is riding Cyrus, another Percheron Andalusian spark and a big flame, but also a real big handful. Will he carry Matt Hillman to victory tonight? We will see. How about another nice round of applause for the team of Cyrus and Matt Hillman. Well, what do you think so far, guys? You happy? Well, do you know what? I have one more member of the TV show. But this guy, he wasn't a competitor. He was a coach. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing into the arena right now, one of the most decorated full contact jousters in the world, a person I like to call my friend, as I give this guy a lot of respect on the competitive circuit. Ladies and gentlemen, from Eugene, Oregon, the captain and coach of the red team, Ripper Moore! Tonight is riding Jefferson, one of the stars from the TV show. I myself am riding Superman. Now with Jefferson, a fantastic jousting horse. Now with this song, I get knocked down, I get back up again. Well, it's perfect for Ripper. Back in 2003 at the World Jousting Championships, Ripper hit the ground 7 times. 7 times. Dislocated shoulder, broken ribs, broken wrist, broken hands, got back up on his horse, met me in the finals, and the rat bugger won. Ladies and gentlemen, again, a nice round of applause for one of the best in the world, Ripper Moore. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our 4 competitors tonight. How do you receive them? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where our show pays tribute to, of course, the days of chivalry. Now, everybody's heard, of course. Well, wait a second. I've got one more person to come in here. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with everybody here. In Vegas last year at a big trade show, this little cowboy came up to me and said, "Hey, we need you guys up in Alaska." I said, "I'm not going to Alaska." "We need you in Alaska." I said, "Buddy, it's an 8-day drive. Are you kidding me?" "No, we want you in Alaska." "No, I'm not going." "Yes, you are." "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are." "No, I'm not." "Yes, you are." I said, finally, I looked down at him and said, "Listen to you, little cowboy. Why don't you go get in on your rodeo clown makeup, run around the Paris Hotel naked, because that's the only way I'll show up here." Here I am. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for Jesse Stubblefield? Jesse Stubblefield riding the 2014 Briar Silver Jubilee horse by the name of Athos. Give Jesse a nice round of applause. Now, he did make a lot of friends in jail, wearing clown makeup and nothing else. But with that said, it only took me $1,000 to get him out of jail. So a nice round of applause again for Jesse. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I was, well, rudely interrupted by his nakedness, Jesse, I was explaining to you that back in the days of old, before Battle Quest or tournament, a knight would venture into his own village to choose one that he would call his own queen of love and beauty. Of course, everybody's heard about the romance of the days of old and chivalry. I'm sure a lot of you men growing up portrayed and dreamed that you were knights in shining armor. I bet you the lady sitting beside you wished you really were. Well, I know it's true, isn't it? Okay. Well, ladies, it's on this day that, well, you have a chance for that to come true. Because our knights are now armored with the most powerful weapon indeed, the rose. And with these roses, these flowers, our knights will choose one of you, good ladies, one that they will call their own queen of love and beauty, fight for that lady's honor, and perhaps die for that lady's honor as well. I didn't say that they were smart back then, okay? Ladies in the audience, do we have any single or perhaps unsatisfied housewives here tonight? All right. Sir, you can put your wife's hand down. Come on. All right. Now, guys, remember, this is Alaska, not Utah. You can only choose one.
What can I say? What am I gonna do? How should I feel when everything is you?
Oh, yes. How about a nice round of applause?